Okay, good afternoon. Today we're going to discuss the topic calamity and disaster. Okay. The objectives of our study is of this lesson. You, the students, should be able to first define what is the meaning of disaster, identify the common types and categories of disasters, explain the two categories of disaster, and differentiate each, cope with general effects of disasters, and enhance community preparedness to disaster. So hopefully after of this discussion, hindi magiging disaster yung buhay natin. Okay? So instead, tayo ay magiging handa sa ating mga uh, sa mga disasters na darating sa ating buhay. So let's define first what is disaster. Okay, this one in bed. Natural or man-made, sudden or progressive, oftentimes with the impact of such severity that affected communities has to respond by taking exceptional measures. So it could be natural, like thunderstorm and earthquake, or man-made conflict, armed conflict. It could be sudden or progressive. Di natin alam kung kailan darating yung tinatawag na disaster sa ating buhay. It is a situation resulting from an environmental phenomenon. Okay? So, lalo na kung ang place natin ay prone sa thunderstorms. Darating at darating yan, lalo na pagdating ng bagyo. And armed conflict that produces stress, personal injury, physical damage, and economic disruption of great magnitude. So, ito ang nagagawa ng disaster. So, there are two types of or categories of disaster. First, it is natural disaster and man-made. Yun nga, example ng natural disaster, yung earthquake, thunderstorms, yun. In our place, in our country, we can experience usually mga bagyo, 'di ba, na dumadating sa atin. Yung man-made disaster, it is armed conflict and civil strife. Yung nangyari sa Marawi, no? For almost a month na more than na ito ay uh, nilusob yung kaaway doon, nasira ang mga properties, etc. So, ganun, ano? Merong mga, may mga gawa ng gera, no? Even in other countries, ganun din. Technological disaster, maybe a good example for this is way back 1980, yung pagsabog ng isang nuclear power plant in Chernobyl. Yun, sa Russia yon. Tapos daming napahamak. And today, here in the Philippines, they want to revive, no, yung tinatawag na Bataan nuclear power plant. Okay, technological. Disaster in human settlements. Maybe the good example for this is, I think the subdivision is merong Cherry in Antipolo. Patong ang kanilang mga bahay doon sa isang malambot na lupa. Tuloy-tuloy yung ulan, yun, daming namatay dun sa Antipolo. Okay, there are different kinds or common types of disaster. We have earthquake, volcanic eruption, tsunami. Tsunami hindi masyado, no? Pero in other countries like Japan, and the last time, yung medyo popular sa atin until now ay yung nangyari sa Thailand. Okay, tropical cyclone. Ito yung madalas sa atin, typhoon, hurricane, no? Ang hurricane ay ginagamit sa Amerika, sa atin typhoon or bagyo, flood, no? Yung Undoy, when was that? 2009, nandun dun sa Marikina, talagang baha, matinding baha. Landslide, kasunod yun eh. Yung bushfire and wildfire, ito kadalasan to sa California. Recently dun sa Australia and as well as in Canada. Talagang malawak. Maraming mga animals ang maraming namatay. Drought, we experience drought, yung pagtagtuyot, no? Ito yung tinatawag na La Nina. Ang nasisira dito yung ating mga pananim. Epidemic, now we are experiencing COVID-19 pandemic, no? At ito ay nakakahawa. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng epidemic. Nag-spread. Major accident, uh, yun ay man-made yan. Armed conflict and civil unrest, man-made. So these are the common types of disaster. Now, the general effects of disaster, first of all, there is what they call loss of life, injury, damage to and destruction of property, no? Lalo na sa baha, lindol, damage to and destruction of subsistence, nagkakaroon ng crack, nagkakaroon ng pagkahiwalay sa lupa, at yun, lumalambot. And cash crop, yung ating mga supposedly ito ay pera na at mag-aani na, yun, nawawala pa yung ating mga pananim. Disruption of production, no, sa pananim din, and even yung mga dinadala rito sa Manila, sa Maynila, product from Baguio, mga ganun. Disruption of lifestyle. Now we have a new normal, so we have to wear mask, and kailangan natin iba na yung lifestyle, and we have a distancing. Yung shaking of hands ay wala na, kundi para kang nakipag-boxing na lang. Loss of livelihood, no? Walang transpo, so yun, wala tayong kabuhayan. Even mga drivers ngayon, di ba? Ayun, nahirapan sila ngayon. Wala silang kulang ang kanilang income sa pagmamaneho. Loss of livelihood, disruption of essential services. Naantala yung mga essential services like food, no? From Baguio, from other places, from other countries na papunta rito dahil sa bagyo, dahil sa pandemya, etc. These are the general effects of disaster. Damage to national infrastructure and disruption of governmental system. Mga tulay, ito naman, paglindol, volcanic eruption, yan. National economic loss, pagbagsak ng ating ekonomiya, pagtaas ng ibang, hindi yung pera tumataas, kundi talagang kawalan ng pera. Sociological and psychological after effects. Yun. Right now, many people are experiencing a mental problem. There are mental issues. Yung iba nag-suicide pa. Okay, ito yung mga disasters na nakuha natin, nakita natin, common types and its effects. Now, let's discuss what is disaster preparedness. So, itong topic na to ay i-discuss natin sa ating break, pagkatapos ng break natin.